Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions like, how do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all of the apps that people listen to? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for hosting, recording, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now while reading you this ad. With my team being all over the country, Anchor allows us to sound like we're all in the same room. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. Remember, that's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hey everybody, it's Thursday and welcome to another episode of Naturally Unbothered. I'm Shari.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Ebony.
And we have a guest collab podcast called the Committedly Open Podcast. That's Sam and Jay. Hey Sam and Jay.
Hey y'all.
Hey Jay, welcome.
What up,
Absolutely.
Really? That's how we're gonna introduce ourselves.
What up, though?
And you ladies know we have a dick on the phone.
Hey.
So y'all know how we feel about
Welcome
it.
back.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
Give
minute.
that dick a warm welcome.
I got a dick, not a dingaling. I go longer than 2 minutes. And I was listening. I could last longer than 2 minutes. I got 2.5 minutes, goddammit. Give me my 30 seconds.
Funny.
Hey.
You're gonna have to at least push it up to 3 to not be considered a dingaling.
Right.
Sorry. Because 2.5 is still a dingaling.
Yeah, it's still a dingling.
We'll just have to get a little more drinks in them.
And then it turns into a dick.
You get 250 out of me. That's it. You pushing me. I don't know about the last 10.
You don't know about that one?
Nope.
All right, so for our cast updates, I want to know if your mom when your mother had you, what occupation did she have? Because that's going to be your name for the podcast today.
Oh, God.
Bitch.
So what's the job that your mother had when she was pregnant with you?
My mom was in the Navy.
So your mom's name is Navy. Okay, we'll roll with it.
All right.
Your name would have been Navy.
My mom was a teenager, so she was just a teenager. I don't know what the fuck my mom was doing. I'm be like, Mom, what you was doing when you had me? She gonna be like, at home, you ain't shit.
Then you popped out.
Lisa, what was your mom doing?
Yeah, my mom was a teenager too because she had me at the age of 18. So I will just call me Teeny.
Y'all can't have the same damn name.
His is teenage. Mine is Teeny.
Teeny.
Oh, that's too much. All right, what about you, Ebony?
Well, my mom was a whole stripper in these streets. So I guess my name is Stripper.
Let's go.
Hey.
On Deuce the truth.
Well, somebody had to be in jail, right? My mom had just got out of jail for writing bad checks, so my name Bad Motherfucking Check.
Bad check.
Yo, I need to reach out moms, yo. They the truth.
Just saying, she was out there writing bad checks.
She sounds like my dad.
Oh, that's fucked up, yo. That's word though, for real. That motherfucker ain't never learned.
No, nope, you didn't.
He's still
Oh,
writing bad checks.
Yep.
oh no.
Hey, you only get one set of parents. You stuck with what you got.
That's
There you
true.
go.
Unfortunately.
Just hide your damn checkbook.
For real.
Shit.
I'm like, I don't even know how to write a check, so
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how to write a check.
I have to Google it every time.
I never had to
Hold
write
up.
a check.
Wait a
Were
second.
y'all born in the 90s?
Generation X.
She was born in 91. I was born in 92, so
Oh
I
my
never
God.
had to write a check.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
y'all
Y'all some babies.
Yeah, I turned 28 next month in March.
Aw.
We got
March
kids
what?
the same
March
age
what?
as y'all.
March 22nd.
Okay. I'm March 13th. That's Ebony, March 13th. Hey.
Ooh, Aries.
No, she's not an Aries.
I'm a
Is she
Pisces.
not? Are you the
Aquarius.
beginning?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah, I don't know my zodiac signs. My bad.
It's okay. I'm a Pisces.
Pisces.
Oh,
Okay.
but my grandma's a Pisces. See, okay, I love you already. There we
Yeah.
go.
Good people. I'm the best.
She's
Mhm.
old enough to be your grandma, so it's
Oh.
I'm old enough to be. I'm old enough to be his
It's
mom.
okay. We love cougars.
Damn right.
And I'm fine as fuck. I don't even look like I'm about to be 43. So whatever.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Hey,
I heard you snapping your finger. You was snapping.
I showed you. I showed you.
I'm fine as fuck over here.
You know, old people still snapping shit. If you over 39, you snap.
So, Sam and Jay, how did you guys start your podcast? Tell us a little bit about it.
So we actually started off as 4.
Yeah.
And then we realized, okay. So the way we started that podcast was because we used to have these conversations every weekend anyway. And they would always end up being like really dirty and just kind of like talking about outlandish, reckless shit. So then we're like, yo, like we should start recording these. Because they're like so funny, but then like things started happening because of like scheduling and all that, and then we like weren't really able to record.
Yeah, they got like 4 kids, so it was kind of hard for them to record. So
Yeah, so like they had like, you know, different sports and dance practices and this and that. And we're like, okay, so are we gonna record? And then it didn't happen. So yeah. Then we decided, okay, we're just going to do it just us 2. And then if they ever want to make like a guest appearance, then we can do that. And it was called the Foursome Experience.
Okay.
But now we're just a committedly open podcast. So, and I mean, we're just continuing our like crazy stories and topics and stuff like that.
yeah.
I love your Instagram post. Every time you guys post something, I'm just like, this shit is so hilarious.
It's funny because we get a lot of married couples that be messaging us and commenting and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
they're
really,
like, stay out of my head, and I'm like, nah, motherfucker, we in there.
We fucking brains today, buddy.
Yup.
I mean, the funny thing is that like all the stuff that we post is like shit that we do on a daily basis or
We
just
say
like
to each
random
other.
shit that we say. So we're like, oh, that sounds good. Let's put it up there.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it, yeah.
I every day I make sure to go see what the fuck y'all said. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I have a couple of podcasts that are like guilty pleasures, and you guys are. I just love reading the shit that y'all say. I'm like, this is so funny.
We appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hey, we had 1 million of you, we'd be rich by now.
I know, right?
I know. I mean, I'm
tell
trying to get there. The first thing that we said today is I told the girls, I was like, the first collab that we had that they actually told people, bitch, I'm going to be on another show.
Right.
Literally
Absolutely.
on the show. Yeah, we're like, because we do these collabs and some people, they just don't like push. Like we're trying to all build together. Let's build as a team. My listeners will be your listeners. Your listeners will be mine.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just don't get it. So I seen that today and I was like, shit, that's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Hey, look, goddamn it, I'm with it. I want everybody to succeed.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is that like we've had a couple people who have like asked us, but then honestly we like listen to their stuff and be like, I don't really know if you guys are like our vibe. But like honestly we like listen to you guys and we're like, yeah, like this is gonna be our first one. So
awesome.
We're your
Yeah.
And we appreciate that.
We
Yeah.
busting
Our
that
first rap.
cherry. We busting that cherry.
yes.
We popping that cherry.
Yes.
Sam was nervous. Right
I know.
before
I
we
was like,
started
oh my
shooting.
gosh,
Why?
my armpits are sweating. Oh.
Why were you nervous?
I like it's funny because it's like you're like meeting new people. So like,
Well, it's not only. I think it's just vibe. Like we like to, especially we're gonna be talking about some freaky shit. I want to vibe
Yeah.
with people because sometimes you get
Absolutely.
up here with some
you want someone who's gonna
weirdos. I
get
don't
your
want to be no
juices
weird shit.
flowing and like, you know, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, let's talk about some freaky
Shit,
shit.
take your titty out there. What you talking about? I can see it, goddamn it. Shit.
Take
Oh,
the titty
shit.
out. Let me see.
Titty out Friday. Fuck it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I shared with Shari and Ebony before we started this episode, and when I listened to you all, I said the one thing that I really, really love about them is their openness, because we're open, we're unfiltered, we say what we think, what we feel, and I could tell that with you all, and I was like, oh, this is going to be good tonight.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, though, it took us a long
So
time to get to that
just
point.
relax and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, it took us a long time to get to that point with each other. But I guess just being with each other for so long, we finally getting there.
Yeah.
So
Me and him are like,
Go ahead.
me and him are like best friends. So like, honestly, just whatever we say, like it just kind of comes out, and we're like, oh, okay, whatever. Like you already know who I am. So
yeah.
So how long have you been together?
it's gonna be 13 years. Oh no, is it
Awesome.
already 13 years? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's already
13 years.
13.
We're
It's gonna
going
be
on 14 in October.
In October.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Yep.
We basically like grew up with each other.
Yeah,
I've
so
known-
y'all done seen each other through all the stages.
Right.
Yeah, I've known her since 5th grade.
Wow.
I think it's good because right now in the climate that we're in, I think that people need to see real relationships and how they flourish and how
Absolutely.
they grow. And you go through whatever you go through and you get past it. You work it out. You might split, but you work it out and you come back together. So it's
Yeah,
good
trust
that
me. Right.
people are going to be able to see that with y'all.
A lot of times.
Yeah, we probably like broke up with each other like 30 times, like
Yeah.
literally. So, but I mean, yeah, I feel like nowadays, like people are, you know, even with the online dating. So, like, my friends are still like, you know, in their 20s and stuff like that, and they're like talking about how like they'll be on like online websites and stuff or whatever, and like the first thing they get is like a dick pic,
Right.
and they're like, okay, so all I said was hi, but like, how do you even turn a relationship into that? So I think like it's
Get
kind
straight
of cool.
to the point. I respect it.
So okay,
What? No.
anyway.
I mean, that's because he's a guy. So
That's that dingaling
so
talking.
Jay's sending his dick pics out instantly. So, bitch, if you don't like the dick, then don't even message me back.
That's real, yo. That's how I look at it. It's like, yo, why we wasting? I don't want to talk to you for a month, and then, you know, we get to it, and then it was a
find
waste
out
of
that your
time.
dick's too small.
I mean, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want her to be like, yo, you're wasting my life, a month of my life with a baby dick. I'm like, damn, you know.
She's like, what the fuck is this?
But like, yo, it's big to someone, goddammit.
For real.
Another baby.
Nah.
Like, oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Oh, it's little thimble. It makes a noise.
If a female says your dick is cute, that's an issue.
That is a major issue.
It should not be cute.
What should a dick be then, since it's not cute? What should it be?
God damn. That's what a dick should be.
That shit should be scary. That shit should be like, what the fuck? That shit should be like fucking Freddy Krueger and Jason and Michael Myers all the fucking time. Like, should I run from the dick or should I try to kill it? That's how it should be.
See, that sounds like scary dick.
That's scary.
Like, I'd be like,
Scary
I
dick.
don't know about that.
I don't know. I think that's the dick that you be like, my mom about to come home, and you grown in a motherfucker.
That's the type of dick that, like, if the wind blows, your pussy's gonna be like, Like, no, you can't do that. You gotta run away from it.
You be like a cave. Yeah, you be like, oh, she got on a dress. I can tell. I can hear her pussy flapping and whistling and shit.
Damn.
It sounds like some flags. Like,
oh hell no.
That's tough, yo. That's crazy.
Hey, that's some loose ass lips right there. Sound like a flag.
That is crazy.
I don't know about that.
some loose roast beef.
Hell no.
I ain't gonna lie, you do see some, especially on porn, you see some pussies that look
you
like
do.
roast beef.
Yeah.
I
No
can't
push.
do it. I cannot. I don't even know how people go down on chicks. I don't want to do pussy shaming, but baby, there are treatments and surgeries and all kinds of shit for that.
What if they can't afford it? They might not be able to afford it.
Then I'm not eating your pussy.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, oh yeah.
You need some clips.
I don't know. Put a rubber band around
that's that pussy. The pussy looks so loose. You do eating her pussy. He be like, "Yo, help me open your fucking pussy. Yo, what you doing? Hold this lip. I'll hold the other one."
Duct tape fits everything, so maybe
Duct
that'll
tape
fix
do
that
work for everything.
situation too.
Right.
Just tape one side, tape the other side, and
so
boom,
wait, what?
Ready to go.
What made y'all start y'all podcast?
Well, it was originally started with myself and a bunch of my coworkers, and then we all ended up getting promoted at the same time. So it just kept dwindling down on the people, rotating people in and out until it came back to somebody who was my coworker and someone who's been my friend for almost 30 years. So yeah, I just started just because the same like you guys. We be talking all the time. The shit we say is funny. Somebody should hear how fucking funny we are.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
And we're some fucking freaks. Like all of our conversations come in. Something has to do with sex. Like I don't know. We just can't ever have a conversation that don't have something to do with some topic of regarding sex. So that's pretty much how it started.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Yeah, it sounds like us and our friends.
Yeah, they were both originally guests on my show when I had it with my other coworkers, and Lisa and I still work together. Just I work at a different location than her, but we still work for the same company.
Mm-hmm.
So they were both guests, and then I was just when I was brainstorming, I was like, "Who's been like the best guests?" Whenever I call them, they're like down to do whatever, stop what they're doing to record with me. So I just asked them, did they want to do this shit with me? And they were like, hell yeah. So
that's dope. So how do you feel about so do any of your coworkers listen to the podcast or know that you have a podcast?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's really it really could harm me the most because I'm on the corporate level.
Yeah.
So, you know, they know I have a podcast. They don't know the name of the podcast, but I mean, they wouldn't have to do too much research to find it out. I mean, it is what it is. It's my life. I'm free to speak. I don't go to their house and tell them what to do and how to say it. So it is what it is.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, the one thing that we pride ourselves on is being very truthful, honest, and very unapologetic. So, I mean, if my conversation is too taboo for you, listen to somebody else, and that includes the people I work with.
Right, I
don't
told
want to hear
my
me
upline,
talk about dicks. Change the station.
Right, I told my upline that I had a podcast, but I was like, look, I just need you to subscribe, but I don't need you to ever listen to it.
That's what's happening.
Subscribe.
I mean,
and that's it.
That's definitely a good outlook, though, because I feel like I'm most worried about like my coworkers finding out about like our podcast, just because like I'm on the corporate side as well, and for me, I'm just like, well, wait. If you do find my podcast and it's like, well, what the fuck are you doing listening to this? So like, you know, it kind of falls on you too. So it kind of is what it is. Like
that would explain why you all don't have any pictures up.
Yeah, that's the main reason. Look, once we blow up, then people can see who we are. But right now, nah, I need my little paycheck.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that like there has been one time where like Jay ended up finding this like one podcast where like not podcast, I guess it was like the ones where like girls can send pictures or whatever. So he sent a picture of my ass to them. And I was like, what the? I was like, the first picture of me online.
I was joking and you was with it. And I was like, shit, you got a nice ass. Fuck it. Let's go.
So yeah, there's a picture of my ass somewhere floating on Instagram. So
it's perfect. The world deserves to see it.
That's awesome. He said the world deserves to see it. So I have a question. Like, what sexually have you guys not done that you guys want to do?
A threesome.
You haven't had a threesome yet?
I haven't had a threesome.
Not yet. We
almost had one.
We almost had like a swap.
Well,
like
we almost
with
had
another
a foursome.
couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't really happen because we had other people in the house that we weren't really like vibing with. And then it would have turned into like a whole situation. So yeah. That's why you're like, eh.
I mean, I've been involved in, I wouldn't consider it a threesome though, because it was like, you know, me and my friends.
So you would call it
fucking
like
a female.
gangbang?
I wouldn't say
that.
That.
A train on some bitch.
Yeah, like that's what I would
banging.
consider it is a train.
Yeah.
But you know, you look at it as something different. But to me, a threesome is two females and me. I feel like every man feels that way.
Dudes and a female.
Exactly.
Nah, that doesn't count like that for me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's a train.
No, it's not. A train is with three guys and one female.
Well, I mean, I've been involved in those situations, but I don't count
like
that.
4 guys and a female.
Or 4 guys and a 5 guys and a female.
So
see, why could that be me?
I'll bust you in your little chill out.
So when you guys have discussed having the threesome, have you spoken about what would be off limits and what you guys would do or not do?
Yeah, honestly, so the first time we had that conversation was on a road trip to our friend's house that we was actually thinking about doing that with. And it was bad at first, but mainly on my part because I couldn't accept the fact that my wife was open to
having a dick in my mouth.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about that, yo. I don't know. I feel like any guy would feel that way, but I mean, honestly, it's just like, yo, if you tell me I could fuck you and another female, who am I to tell you it's wrong for you to have the same desires the other way?
Yeah, like he's totally fine with me licking pussy, but he's totally not fine with me sucking dick. Like for some reason,
is he okay with the girl sucking
That's
his dick?
double standard.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a.
He wants
I'm not
both
gonna
of us
lie.
to suck his dick.
It is.
So I'm like, wait, how is that fair?
One dick, 2 mouths.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who? Wait, and
that
who's
was
the
me.
person? Oh yeah, okay.
That was not
So
me.
he just came out randomly and was like, "Yeah, I had 2 dicks in my mouth." I was like, "Whoa, where'd that come from?"
That was Wanda. That was our guest, Wanda.
See, that's the dream.
That's a dream.
I said that's the dream.
I don't know, man.
Whatever, I can handle it.
I mean, I respect it though. Like if that's your fantasy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect it.
Yeah, don't ever fantasy shame. You got to be able to tell those things. Even if they don't ever come into fruition, you got to be like, hey, Jay, tonight I want your dick and his dick in my mouth. Like, you got to do it, Sam.
Well, I told him I was like, I want a dick in my mouth, a dick in my pussy. And he was just like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm like, what the fuck?
But you see, the growth is there.
Sometimes it just depends. Like, if you get me wet enough, I'm like, okay. But then sometimes I'll just be like, oh my fucking gosh. Like, it just be too much. Like,
I couldn't do a dick in the ass and a dick in the pussy. I can't even do a dick in the ass, period. So the ass and the vagina at the same time, I don't even know.
You gotta have the right angle, yo.
Yeah, you gotta listen to our what is it? Come in my ass one.
Come in my ass,
I heard that.
You gotta
push
right
out.
angle.
If you push out, it's easier for it to go in. Just pretend you're taking a shit.
Nah, I can't. Every time I try anal, it always leads to a hospital visit. I can't.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, don't try that. Fuck that.
I'm over it.
Like sometimes, like my butthole will bleed, but it's only a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And like most of the time, like if you're just like relaxing at because we've tried different positions where like he's like fuck me in the ass in the front, in the back, or like I'm standing up. Like
that's like the best position is standing up. That's the easiest way to get it in.
because then it's just kind of like a straight angle
It's
versus
level,
like
yeah.
if it's like at like a 40-degree angle or something, it's kind of weird. So yeah, but you just got to get the right angle and you just got to like relax. If you start thinking you're going to get a dick in your ass, then you start tightening up and it doesn't
I did the whole release your jaw muscle, because you're actually, when you tighten your jaw muscles, it tightens your ass, so you have to relax your jaw muscles. So I did all of that shit, but I still ended up at the doctor. Like, me and anal, it's just not for me. Like, some shit is for people, it's just not for me, and I've accepted that, and I'm over trying it.
I mean, that's fair. Honestly, I'm like,
I can't do it.
Back and forth about it, because sometimes like it actually will start feeling good, but I don't want to get too used to it, because like if it was for Jay, like he'd be like, let's do it every night, but I don't want to look like one of those porn stars with the like wide open asshole where like it looks like a mouth or something. Like I'm like, I don't know about that. Like then
like you just gave birth out of your ass. That shit looks crazy.
Yeah, you don't even have to push the shit no more. It just slides out.
Yeah, it'd probably be the easiest poops, but I don't want to be laughing or something, and then it'd be like, I don't know about that.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, though. We like a lot of people when they do anal, they're big on like lube. We can't use lube. Like, that shit. Like, I won't stay hard with lube. That shit throws me off.
It's a weird consistency.
So what does it do? Does it make you softer, or does it make it slide out?
It just
more?
makes me soft. Like I don't like it. Like with her, she gets like slimy wet. Mm-hmm. So it's really no need for the lube. Like everything is wet at that point. So it works. But like we've tried lube like 2-3 times and it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, we tried
like, I won't stay hard.
Like I was like, like it feels weird. We tried baby oil one time.
Yeah, baby oil works a little bit better though.
He just likes like putting it all over my butt though, so I don't think it's more for like going in there. It's more like just for the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I've tried it with coconut oil, and like the coconut oil, it was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. It was just the aftermath of everything that was the problem. So. The coconut oil works pretty well.
So does it work for you? Like whenever you fucking like, is it cool if like the dude puts like his thumb in your ass or anything?
Yeah, all of that stuff is fine. It's just I can't do a whole penis in my ass. Like it just don't work.
And you know what's funny?
Have you tried just putting like the head in there?
That's what Ebony said. That's what she suggested.
And that's what we tried. Like it's just not. Just anal just ain't for me. I've given up. I've done everything. I've listened to plenty of people give their expert advice on it, and it's just anal is just not me. It's not for me.
You just got one of them bougie buttholes. That's what it is.
Right. That's what it is. Might as well. The rest of me is bougie. Might as well have a bougie asshole too. So
I'm gonna be honest though, like with doing that, it's like it hurts for y'all, but it also hurts us as well. Like that shit is tight.
Like if it's too tight.
Like it's tight as fuck. Like you feel like your dick is like basically someone squeezing your dick. But for me, it's just knowing that I'm in your ass. That shit does it for me. I'm good.
It doesn't last too long in there. He just be like,
it was like 1, 2, 3.
Where am I?
Yeah. I'll be like, yo, where my dick at? She say my ass is over.
Be like, oh.
I gotta do. I don't care. I got mine.
So our topic for today was how would you guys respond if a couple approach you to be their third? And that's not like a threesome. That means being the third person that's a part of your relationship.
A throuple.
Like a throuple. How would you guys feel about that?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Man. Is it going to be like emotional though, or is it just fucking?
No, it's a full relationship. Like that person has a relationship with you and your mates.
See, that sounds like a complicated order.
I can't love two people at the same time.
I think if it was like another dude, maybe it'll be a little bit easier. I think if it's like another bitch, I'd be like, because then, you got to worry about like her emotions and all that bullshit. And like, it's hard to find.
I ain't got time.
Yeah, it's hard to find someone that's just like a real bitch. Like, there's some that are like, just, it's too much. I'm just like, okay, go somewhere.
All right, so if she didn't want to be in a relationship with you, she just wanted to be y'all just extra fuck partner whenever y'all had sex.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
That works.
I would totally be fine with that. I think it would be nice though, because then that way we can like kind of figure out what our situation's going to be like. And then, you know, just maybe call her at like 2, 3 in the morning and be like, hey, you want to come over? So I think that'd be
nice.
What about you, Ebony? You guys are married. What do you think?
Girl, you know, it's can't nobody approach us about doing no extra shit like that.
So he's against
Is it the relationship though, or is it like fucking?
Either one. I think I gave you both scenarios. So the relationship side or the fucking side.
Either. I've already been there and done that with a relationship with the woman. That shit is tired. I can't do it. It's exhausting. And another man, it's just not gonna happen.
So how did that start off though? Did it start off just physical?
Or was it like an agreement of like, oh, we're gonna be open?
No, so I was in a relationship with a woman before I got married. It was about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just not, I would never do a relationship with a woman again. Whether it's a threesome, foursome, type of, we all love each other. I can't, no. It's emotionally draining because as women, we're kind of emotional. I'm not really that emotional in relationships like that, but that other person may be. That month, she drained the fuck out of me. I could never do that again. I'm exhausted just fucking talking about it.
What about you, Lisa?
It's funny. I have never been in a relationship with a female before. And I won't say that I've always been told never say never.
Mm-hmm.
Because the very thing that you say you'll never do, you may end up doing. But I haven't been in a relationship with a female before, nor have I ever been involved in a threesome. Now, I've been invited on multiple occasions.
Why haven't you?
But at the last minute, I just backed out because I just wasn't feeling it for one reason or another. It's not that I wouldn't, because I think you would have a greater pleasure with a third party. But it's just that I don't know. I just didn't feel the vibe.
Well, Lisa, they've already said that they like cougars. So,
hey,
y'all need to jump on it.
So,
she could teach us some stuff.
I'm with it.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, wouldn't you be flattered though? Like if someone's like asking you to like be part of the
yes, it is flattering. It is.
I've been asked to be someone's third. About maybe a year ago. I guess it's been almost a year ago. Someone asked me to be the third, and
no, that person I would do.
Of course you would.
Was it?
How did they ask you?
So basically, we had the female asked me to be her birthday present.
Oh, that's hard. Congratulations.
And you said what?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, so she asked me to be her birthday present. And I mean, you can't deny being someone's birthday present. It's their birthday, you know?
That's true.
So, so I obliged her. And then so her significant other was like, what's up? And so I don't know. I just was like, after the experience, it was just like, it was a cool experience. It wasn't anything wrong with it. I didn't feel any kind of way about it. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards they were like, yo, we want you to be our third. And I was like, I wanted to be able to be like, yes, I will be your third, but it's something that I just couldn't commit to. Cause he's just
amazing.
His penis is too big for my vagina. It was just too much.
It was too painful. You're like, I
And
got
it wasn't that it was painful. It wasn't painful. It just was too much for my vagina. It was just too much.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Was it
with two big dingling? I just never
It was
heard of
too wide. It was just too much. It was just filling up everything. It was just too much.
Too much girth. But
and I never thought I would ever say that in my whole entire life, but it was just too much penis. I never heard of there ever being too much penis, but it was too much penis.
I couldn't do it. Is that like, so do you usually come from like clitoris stimulation, or do you usually come from like penetration?
I can come from both, but I love having penetration orgasms. And so, I don't know. I just, that situation, I never came from that situation. So, I don't know.
What a shame.
I know.
I know. I'm like, dag.
But you enjoyed the moment.
Because she knows exactly who it was. And it's somebody that she had a lightweight crush on before she got married. So,
did you get to try it?
I did not.
Oh, dag. That sucks.
Nah, the Lord knew exactly what he was doing. So, yeah. So sometimes you just gotta count your blessings, Jesus. Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have been able to let go,
Not
Ebony.
at all.
That's
when I told her the story, she was like, "Bitch, I would have took all that dick.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you have been the third?
And I'm like, Ebony, I would have took all of it too. If I had chose to be a participant, yeah, I would have took all of it.
I took it. It was
but
just
you didn't
too
go
much.
back.
But I would have took it again and again and again.
I
Sorry.
wouldn't be on this podcast right now. I'd be.
She was still fucking the dick.
Yes.
No.
Y'all crazy.
I'm there with you.
That's a blessing when God send you a big dick.
Man.
Listen,
That's like you've been a good
person to maintain the tightness and the stability of this vagina that I have, and fucking that on a regular, there would be no other man that would ever be able to enter my vagina, and I would not feel a thing. So I did that for the sanctity and sanity for future men that I be fucking.
Hey, look, when I was single, I was fucking with this shit one time. And it started with one finger, and I was like, damn, I could definitely put two in this bitch. Then it turned into three, and it was four, and I was like, I'm not fucking you. What's the point?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really at that point, and I got big hands. Like, my hands are pretty big.
Yeah, he's got some dick fingers on him.
And I was just like, yo, there's really no need for me to fuck. So, yeah, I guess that is something that females would have to be worried about.
You were like elbow deep, and you were like, nah, man, fuck this shit.
Ain't no need for it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Like, I'm sorry. I was like, no, this is not gonna happen. So, it doesn't. The like I said, it was a really good situation. I mean, good, experience. But I know that, like, that's not something that I can do on a regular, because I know that there will be nobody that could come after that man, and I will be able to feel them. I would just be like,
are you in there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I had to turn down the third position. Just had to turn it down.
So what's their information? Maybe we can call them up after this.
Right.
You better stop playing.
Don't get beat over there now.
I just wanted to ask questions. That's it.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Because if he's got working, I don't know. Well, see, no, and that's the thing. Like, his girl, she had her shit was pretty tight. I mean, I could get my fingers in there, but it wasn't like, I couldn't get 4 fingers in there, but he was definitely 4 fingers wide. So I don't know. I don't know what she do. Maybe she does the vinegar in the bathtub and retightens her shit often, because that's just too much dick to be
or
taking
maybe
for
she has a
years.
parafit.
She might have a parafit. She might do a lot of Kegels, because she might.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Their own Kegel regiment.
She has to, because that I knew I was feeling that dick for like a week after we had sex. I could still feel his dick in my vagina.
It's like when you go to the ocean for a really long time and you still feel like the rocking.
Yes.
It's that kind of dick.
Every time I peed, I was like, gosh, like I still feel it. So I hell no.
That is funny as fuck.
That's
that
crazy.
That would have ruined me, bro. I would have been ruined.
That's crazy.
Let's play this game real quick. So on the show, I like to make up games. So this game is called Dumb, Drunk, or Doped. So I'm going to read you a scenario and you tell me whether the person was dumb, drunk, or doped. Okay?
Cool.
We're going to start with you, Sam.
All right, I'm ready.
A man was forced to call fire services after his penis got stuck in a gym weight. Was he dumb, drunk, or doped?
I think he was just horny, but I would say he was dumb.
Yeah, he was a big ass dummy. You were right.
He must have been juicing or some shit.
Like, I wonder what that feels like.
I mean,
right.
Why would you want to stick your damn dick in a weight?
Because he had nobody else to stick it in.
I'm mad that his dick is that skinny though. That he thought that he could fit it in.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, damn, that's pretty.
True, those bars are really like thick though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right,
poor baby.
All right, Jay. The couple shocked onlookers by performing a sex act in broad daylight at Brighton Public Beach. Were they drunk, doped, or drunk? Dumb, drunk, or doped?
Drunk.
What was it? They were fucking at the beach?
Yeah. In broad daylight.
That sounds like fun, but
it sounds like something you do.
I know, I don't give a fuck. I'm with it.
They were definitely drunk. You are correct. Look, y'all on a roll.
Yeah.
All right, Ebony.
I get this wrong every time we fucking play this shit.
All right, Ebony.
Go.
Cops ended an interrogation of a criminal because of his foul flatulence. Was he dumb? Drunk, or doped?
And then I can get a fucking sex question.
No, I wanted you to get a fart question because I know how much you hate farts. So
he was doped.
He was definitely doped. He had so much drugs in his rectum that he was farting out gas from them.
Wow.
That's crazy.
He must have a big asshole.
That's crazy.
Right. That shit is nuts.
Lisa.
What's up?
Now, everybody done got their shit right, so the pressure's on you.
Yeah, the pressure is on.
So, this naked man managed to run away wearing only handcuffs after being detained by officers in a Florida police jail. Was he dumb? Was he doped? Or was he drunk?
Or Floridian.
I will say that he was drunk.
You are absolutely wrong.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. He was doped. He was so doped. So that was our little game for today.
Okay, Sam.
It was cool.
Eat the damn chips.
I heard. I heard it.
Mute myself.
She was like, if I keep my mouth closed,
right,
maybe they won't hear the crunch.
Such a loud mouth. I'm sorry. I thought I was being quiet. I got these headphones on. I couldn't tell.
And they just sitting in your face. You can't just stare at a bag of chips and not eat them shit.
Right.
I know.
No, I keep looking at it. I'm like, damn, man.
I was trying to sneak it.
Thank you for the sacrifice.
Yes. Sam said, fuck the sacrifice.
I was trying to mute in between, but I was like, oh, dang, I forgot to put it on mute.
That's funny. Lisa, you got a fun fact for us?
Okay. Let's see. Just a second.
Ebony, she don't get no fun facts on. You on hiatus today? You ain't singing today?
Fun facts. Fun facts. Fun facts.
Ebony has this thing about us doing sound effects. So.
Yeah, she does our sound effects.
That was the best. I thought it was the real jingle.
Ebony, that was funny. That was really funny. We're gonna have to work on that one a little bit.
Yeah. She just randomly does shit like that, so we just figured we'll just make her do it all
There
the time.
You go.
Just fucking do
There
it.
you go.
All right. What you got for us, Lisa?
Okay, so the fun fact, oh man, bear with me. My page flipped over.
We got like 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah, really. Okay, so fun fact, a right-handed man's left testicle hangs lower than the other one.
Yo.
And a left-handed man, the right testicle hangs lower than the other.
Is that true, Jay?
Exactly. That's a fact. True. It is.
I promise you, I'm the next person that I fuck, whoever, if you're listening, if I fuck you, I'm looking at your balls and to see if this is true.
That's pull your pants down.
Because sometimes I used to look and be like, damn, why my shit hanging? I thought there was something wrong. I was just like, well, I mean, that's how it's supposed to be.
Let's look at it right now.
All right.
Take it off.
Oh, he's like, hold on.
I'm just saying, like, you're like in your 20s. Do you have long ass nuts?
They're not really long, but I totally see how one's longer than the other.
Yeah, the left one hangs more than the right.
Oh my god!
Right now, so he's right-handed.
That's a fact. Yeah, right-handed.
Wow.
Let's go, man.
Well, because most of the time,
let's go.
Big up to my right nut for hanging in there, yo.
He said, "Big up to my right nut." What's your other fact, Lisa?
Okay, so the other fact is orgasms ultimately occur in the brain and not in the genitals. The impulse to ejaculate comes from the spinal cord. The brain it doesn't need the brain to do that, and the average orgasm for a male is 6 seconds, and for a female, it just goes to prove that women get more pleasure out of sex than men do.
How many seconds did you say for a woman?
20 seconds for a female or a male.
Okay.
That makes so much sense because there's so many times where like I'm coming and he's like, all right, let's switch. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, not yet.
Yes. That makes a lot of sense.
That was fun facts. Fun facts. Fun facts. Fun facts.
Hey,
fun facts.
Yo, those are the best 6 seconds ever, yo. I'll be feeling everything, yo.
So I have a question. So Jay, like after you come and you keep going, does the sensation stay amplified on the head of your penis?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. What you were saying? Or what?
On like just the shaft, or is it just the whole thing remain like super sensitive?
So my head is sensitive anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, like recently we trying to have a baby now. So I actually get the nut inside her. Mm-hmm. And before, when I would bust in her mouth, I couldn't. It was done. It was just like, yo, that's it. Leave it alone. That shit's sensitive. But now when I come inside her, it's not as sensitive. I guess because it's not like, I don't really know how to explain that.
I'm sorry. I got to cut you off for just a second. Sam, do you swallow?
So I used to swallow all the time, and then it started hurting my stomach. So then I started like spitting it out, but then like he started getting creative, and then he would just come on my titties or like come on my ass or like just random shit. So now he just comes inside me. The weird one was when he came in my ass and that shit was dripping out. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I heard it was like poop, 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 poop.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
But Sam, did it feel the same when he came in your ass opposed to coming in your vagina?
No, but I could definitely feel. I felt like I felt it a lot more in my ass, just because I was like, "Oh, I don't think things are supposed to go that way."
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah,
but it's crazy
it's
because
the best thing ever.
I feel like there's been like 2-3 times when I came inside her and she hadn't came yet, and with me coming inside her, like that helped her come. Like it's crazy.
That's my
like,
favorite.
It really turns her on.
I want to come when you're coming.
Together,
Because
Yeah.
the reason why is because the dick pulsates more when it's
It does.
coming, and then you can feel that. So if you tighten down your vagina walls while he's doing that, man, that nut is like the best nut on the face of the planet.
Yo,
it happened the other day. Like literally, he was coming, and then I was like, "Oh my god!" And like literally, it was like a couple seconds later, and I came. I was like, "This is amazing!"
Yes, that's the best nut you'll ever get.
Yes.
Yeah, that is. Yo, y'all like some doctors. Y'all know everything, yo.
So, let me ask you this question, Jay and Sam. Have y'all read? Go ahead.
Lisa, your phone is cutting in and out.
Getting ready to ask you, have you all ever had the experience yet when you're having sex where the two of you just become, not only are you orgasm, but you become like emotionally sensitive and high with each other? I mean, really tender with each other.
So like crying or something?
Yes.
Yeah, I cried before.
That was weird though.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I was just like, yo.
You're like,
what do
there.
Because, and the reason why that happens is because you become really one with one another.
That's dope.
See, now you gotta cry.
I'm a gangster, I don't cry.
Whatever.
So I asked.
Inbox me later, Sam. I'll tell you everything you need to know about how to make that motherfucker cry. He sound like a goddamn baby.
Like, yo, I ain't never cried like this before. Yeah.
So I asked, because we had this conversation on one of the shows. So I asked one of my lovers. I asked him.
One of her lovers, whore.
I asked him, has he ever cried? You know, has he ever cried while we had sex? And he was like, no, but he has cried before with someone. And I was like, okay, but he said that he cried because it was like it was a negative reason. It was like he cried because he was like, I know this shit is over and done with. Like,
that was the last fuck before they ended the relationship.
Yeah, that was like the last fuck before they ended the relationship. So I was like, well, that's like not even like the reason why I asked. I was thinking it was gonna be like an emotional thing.
Right.
And he was like, no, it was emotional that I was leaving that shit alone forever.
He was sad.
Yeah, well, I don't think he was sad.
Oh, the thing that I've noticed, because like before Sam, whenever I used to, when I was single and I would bust, the first feeling I would feel was, God, let me get the fuck away from this person. Like, I'm done with them.
Oh my God, I used to experience that.
Yeah, and I used to, I lived my life that way. Like, it was just like a nut and I won't see you ever again. I was perfectly fine because I already got that feeling out.
That was me.
But she's the first person that I actually come, and I'm just like, I just feel like I get more closer to her or something like that. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
With me?
That's
I don't
beautiful.
cuddle. But yeah, I do feel like that though.
He don't cuddle. He a gangster. Remember, he a gangster.
Right.
Gangsters don't
Oh,
cuddle.
please.
Gangsters
I'm the
get
big
hot.
spoon. He's talking shit right now. I'm the one with the big spoon.
Hey, chill out. Don't put my business out there like that.
Cuddling.
So we had one listener, a listener wrote in and they had a question.
All right.
So the question is, well, it was a scenario and then a question. So the couple purchased a whole bunch of different sex toys and they tried them all out. There was one that they did not like. And so they want to know, is it okay to clean that toy and give it away to someone?
No.
What the fuck? They nasty as fuck.
No.
That one, nah.
No.
You keep that shit
Yeah, I throw it away once.
in the
Nah,
box.
that's nasty.
You just
What? I mean, but if you clean it,
Nah.
No.
But you know what's ironic?
but that's the thing. Okay,
No,
so let's say
wait,
you
wait.
actually did something with those people.
Wait. So it's bad to clean a toy and sell it, but it's okay for another person to fuck someone and then go fuck you. You know that dick ain't only been in you, or that pussy ain't only been on you.
But what if they wash it though?
But it's, plastic holds germs, and they probably don't even clean it good. So
Yeah,
What if it's like one of those like metal little bullet thingies? Maybe
we tried it. What toy we tried?
we tried the one with it was the dual one where like it goes around your dick, but
That
he
shit
broke
was
it.
trash.
So I was like, okay, well this isn't gonna work. But I used the little bullet. It was nice.
Yeah,
the
the bullet
bullet's
is
fantastic.
the bullet's the truth. Yeah.
It did nothing for me.
Yeah, so I emailed them back and I asked them what kind of toy it was, and they told me that it was a cock ring with the rabbit ears on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So does that make a difference?
They didn't like that?
Just they said the plastic was too hard.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh, that
What you say?
They're gone.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What'd you
okay.
say?
Now we can.
I was asking what the cock ring. That's the shit that goes around your dick. Yeah, I don't like that shit. I tried that shit before.
Yeah, that's the one that broke. So like it had it around his dick, and then like I don't know if it was when you were taking it off or like the second time we tried to use it, but the shit broke.
Yeah,
so
I ain't like that.
Honestly,
I don't like anything outside of like the real shit. Like I'm good with what I get.
See, I'm like that too. I like the real stuff. Now, I will use a toy, but I like the real shit.
I don't mind watching her use a toy though. Like I'll be open to that, but honestly, like for me,
you haven't done.
I don't
that yet?
need anything.
Have you not watched that?
no, he has.
Yeah,
okay.
I have. I like to watch her playing with herself. Like that's just like the biggest turn on.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of guys like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I would get anything from watching you beat your dick. Like,
It's so aggressive.
I know you're like.
I feel like when it comes to men in general,
I
like
actually
you don't
like
get much
that.
from it.
Really?
I actually do. Like I have a guy that always likes to FaceTime jacking off. And I love it when he nuts. It goes everywhere. It's like all on the phone. It's like everywhere. It turns me on so much. Like I like it.
I'll never use his
like,
phone.
Like big nut.
Your shit
On his phone. Yeah, on his phone.
But yeah, we used to do that a lot. Like especially when we were living long distance, like we would like basically FaceTime each other and then like, play with each other. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
But like he would do the same thing and then basically be like, yo, that shit flew across the room. And I'm like, congratulations. Like, but I didn't get anything from like watching you. Like, I think it was mostly
Yeah,
like,
I don't care. I got everything I needed.
All right.
Thank you, bitch. Thank you.
You could have been doing something. You could have been doing laundry as long as I was able to get my shit off. We good.
Wow.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
Well, guys, this has been a very fun episode. I thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. Can you guys tell everybody how to listen to your podcast and where they can find you guys on social media?
Yeah, we on Instagram and every other podcast platform. Find us if you find us.
Worst. That
Right.
no. Okay.
Find us
So
if
we're
you
on
find us,
Instagram,
goddammit.
the Committedly Open Podcast. And for we're like on 13 different platforms, but if you go to our Instagram, we have the link there, and it basically will give you the options for all the different platforms that we're on.
That's what's up.
Awesome.
That's the same with us. We just added that link to ours on Instagram as well. So yeah. So Ebony, you want to take us to the house?
Sure. So you guys can follow us on Naturally Unbothered on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. You can email us at naturallyunbothered2, that's the number 2 at gmail.com. Naturally unbothered, the number 2 at gmail.com. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Make sure that you subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Tell a friend to tell their whole ass friends to tune in to Naturally Unbothered.
And go listen to the Committedly Open podcast.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well. Subscribe, follow, and shit.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Do all that.
And thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's been cool.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Thank you for inviting us. This was so much fun.
When we got a crazy ass topic, I'm gonna be hitting you up.
Hit us up
anytime. Anytime, we got you.
Yeah, we got you. And if y'all want us to be, you guys want us to be on your show, just let us know.
And when y'all ready to fly Lisa out for that, that threesome, because y'all ain't had one, y'all go ahead and get that crack. You know what I'm saying? Let her teach y'all some shit.
She at the top of the list, yo. Y'all laughing? This ain't no game. This ain't no game.
We don't
seriously.
We've been out of school
exactly.
For a minute, you know what I'm saying? We quit recess because of school. We don't play. We yeah, recognize this is for real.
But seriously, you all come back and sit down and chat with us again. We would really enjoy that.
Awesome.
We really appreciate y'all for having us on. Like, this shit was fun. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
Awesome. And I'll be in Florida next week, so I'll probably hit y'all.
Oh yeah, I will too. I will too for my birthday.
Hey, while y'all bullshitting, y'all can hit us up for real. We out here.
We're gonna be in Miami when you come to Florida, but I'm gonna be in Orlando, and they're only about 30 minutes from Orlando.
Yeah, we like 30 minutes from Orlando. So.
That's not far. Yeah, so just let us know.
That's what's up.
She's available for threesomes as well.
Sounds like fun.
Ladies, I have something intimate to share with you. I've been experiencing small leakage every time I sneeze, cough, and exercise.
You're worried about leakage? I definitely have an even more intimate problem. I suffer from a pelvic prolapse.
What is a pelvic prolapse?
Basically, the pelvic muscles in my vagina don't really hold my uterus up anymore, and it kind of comes out. I actually have to put it back in before I have sex.
So your vagina's falling out?
It's falling out.
Well, ladies, guess what? Nearly 1 in 4 women is affected by pelvic floor disorders and bladder weakness. The pelvic floor is a set of muscles. They resemble a small hammock inside your vagina, in particular to support the bladder.
That's a lot of women.
Well, the designers and doctors of PeriFit have designed a Kegel exercise that has been FDA approved, and it is CE certified medical device.
Awesome.
It's called PeriFit. It's the #1 Kegel exerciser, allowing you to stay motivated with PeriFit, a Kegel training device connected to your smartphone with video games.
Games, really?
That's what I'm talking about. And thanks to the internal sensors that track the contractions of your pelvic floor muscles, you can see your progress. It's literally a 5-minute exercise every day at home or any other discreet place.
You can do it anywhere?
Anywhere.
Wow.
Bring it on.
That's what I'm talking about. And you get visible results in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It really works.
5 minutes equals 2 weeks. And I can get my vagina back to where it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
No more leakage. My way.
PeriFit has been rated 4.7 stars out of 5 by its clients. So ladies, if you're tired of the same boring pelvic floor training and you want to have fun, I'm talking about some real fun, while you tighten your intimate parts, go order it right now at perifit.com. That's PERIFIT.com. And guess what? You'll receive a 100-day trial when you use the exclusive promotional code XXX!
That's XXX exclamation?
You got it.
Did you say XXX exclamation?
XXX!
PeriFit, fewer leaks in weeks. Strengthen your pelvic floor with games.